Close to pots, but not quite. Fine in the middle of the pocket. Found a nice path back to the balk end with that, but it was half a chance. You don't settle, of course, until you get that first frame on the board.
Certainly not the start that Liu Hoatian was looking for in this match. One of the differences, though, between the two matches they've played already against each other is that this is a much longer match in a best of 11. Two previous meetings were only over 7 frames. That's a lovely pot to find the gap between the red and the black. Round for the blue. Of course, the cue ball finishing on the cushion limits what Luca can do with the cue ball. Now he can't manipulate it really in any way. He can either play the brown for the red in baulk, or he can drop the blue in for the red underneath the black, and that's about it.
Ramble. Luca brecel 1.
That was a tough shot. And of course he knew the consequences. If he missed the brown, he'd be leaving his opponent an easy starter, which you feel at the moment he needed. So let's see what he can do. First real opportunity of the match.
1.
Yeah, just play for the red just below the black, but too much pace.
4.
Nothing to go at.
And this is what we talk about settling into a frame or a match. He's left his touch and feel back in the practice room at the moment. Hasn't brought it with him into the arena just yet. Keeps getting his chances, he'll find it again, but at this level you often only get one chance a frame, so needs to settle soon. Otherwise this match could run away from Liu Hoatian. Luca doesn't always get the credit he deserves for his strengths. Sometimes very critical of his weaknesses, but he's an incredibly good front runner once he gets going. Of course, a player who was runner-up here last year, got to the final for losing to Cazoo UK 10-5. What was even more remarkable about his run here last year was when he lost here, he then went to the Scottish Open and won it. That was incredible, really, to put down the disappointment of losing in the final here aside and win the next event. Incredible show of character more than anything.
Well, that was a nice flick off the green. Made it a very good safety now. And as Sean said in the last frame, if you're playing safe off the main bunch, you're never quite certain where the end reds are going to finish. Always seem to be heading to a corner pocket. That's what Luca's looking at now.
red closest to the corner pocket head down here is potable. But he's not even looked at it. Now he needs to be careful not to knock a red towards the corner himself with this shot. I'm not sure whether that second red has blocked the path for the cue ball onto the potting angle for the red over the pocket now. It must have done, otherwise I'm sure Luca would be playing it. Good cue ball. But again, played the thicker shot, moving a lot of reds. Didn't really know where any of them were going to go. One has gone towards the corner pocket. Liu Hoatian can get through to pot it, but it's pretty much all he's got here. Forced into this red.
Yeah, no, you see the benefit of getting a good length with the cue ball. If he could get his hand on the table, he could do things with the cue ball in playing this pot on the red to the left corner, but tight under the cushion. It's not easy to manoeuvre the cue ball. You feel he'd have to play it with pace to try and get back up the table. But tight under the cushion, big ask.
This is where someone like a Mark Selby's so good though, because he wouldn't be forced into playing the shot. He would find a shot. He would find a red to rest up to. If it took him 2 or 3 minutes to find it, he'd stand there and do it. Liu trying to hide the cue ball down in this corner, and he's made a pretty good fist of it, has to be said. Good shot.
Yeah, and you mentioned Mark Selby, who's without doubt in my mind one of the best all-round players the game has ever seen. And I think someone like Liu Hoatian, who, although he's been ranked higher than 36, which he is at the moment, just feel that he's finding his way around. I've been impressed with a couple of safety shots he's played there, and there's no substitute for experience. So he will be an improving type, no doubt about it. At the moment, he just can't get his hand on the table and start scoring. So in these situations, you just got to be patient. Can't push the boat out, take too many risks. The chances will come. Sometimes you think they never will, but they will. Caught that much too thick. So here's a chance for Luca. Don't have to do much with the cue ball. Red to the left corner, just stun on and off the side cushion. Well, he's looking for a different red. Don't know why. The red near the left-hand side cushion is, well, the one to play for. You can be on pink or black.
One.
Played it nicely. And I noticed that in the first frame, Sean, just taking that split second longer to decide and get himself ready for the shot, which in Luca's case is no bad thing.
No, absolutely not. I think he's without question one of the most naturally gifted players the game's ever produced. But sometimes that goes hand in hand with being a little bit quick and a little bit careless. And maybe he's decided he wants to try and be just that little bit more clinical with his game. But there's always that fine balance, isn't there? Between being honest with yourself and being true to your own character. It's tough to trim the edges of your talent sometimes.
9.
There's his average shot time there at 22 seconds currently. I think he'd normally be a bit faster than that. But as we've said a few times, it's a massive tournament here. And if you could choose one of the events to bring your A game to,
60.
this would be one of them.
17. 24.
Yeah, just a fraction out with the position. If it had been straight on this red he played for, the one immediately above the black, he'd have just rolled it in for the black. But you're going to run into another red. That's why he's looking at a change of plan, playing this red to the right middle. Still shouldn't be a problem.
$25.
And he was able to play for the blue. And now he won't mind potting the blue and just rubbing that red next to the blue and developing that. Well, I didn't feel as though he had to play it that hard, but there's another few reds available, so still in perfect position to win the frame at this visit. He'll be disappointed if he doesn't.
$31. $37. $38.
This pink will put him 41 points in front. So the three reds nicely in the open with high value
44.
colours would get him to snookers required.
45.
Wouldn't need these three reds close to the top cushion and the one near the left hand side cushion. So no cannons needed.
51. 52. $58.
So this red and a black or a pink to get snookers required.
Nice. 59. $66.
Well, he's not had a chance to show up yet. Had a slight
67.
chance early on. An easy starter, but didn't get good position. Nice way to start a match this, Sean, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. Hasn't been
74.
put under any pressure yet from his opponent. And as I say, with Luca, he's a great front runner once he gets
75.
going. And Lu Hoatian needs to keep hold of him here. Not danger zone yet, but we're not far off it. If he allows Luca to run off into the distance, this match could be over. Definitely needs to win at least one of the next two frames.
82.
Feel as if Luca takes both of those before the interval, the match is as good as finished.
83.
You can just see now the talent starting to come out from the queue of Luca Brecel. Incredibly talented player.
Yeah,
Nice.
just under hit it slightly, but he'll try and cut this down the cushion. Love to see a century. We'll know before he does. It's not far away.
Thank you.
Possible
91.
ton. Still on. Yellow and green needed.
97. 99.
Good stuff.
102.
Good stuff. Well played. You could have better aced the century there. The way those 4 last reds were.
106.
And as Sean said, he's just now, the first frame he needed 4 chances to seal the deal. This one, 2. And this has been a very good contribution.
111.
All around the houses and coming nicely back for the
170.
black. Showing all his talent now. Wonderful break from the
124 on the front.
Belgian bullet.
Luca brecel.
Fired on all